Well, good morning. Well, just morning really. I didn't really get anything last night. I had a run at about 2 o'clock this morning, but there was nothing there. So I reeled that one in and I just left it in the end. I was absolutely knackered. Yes, that was all that happened really. Nothing at all. It was a good sleep really. So yeah, I'm just going for a little wander to see if I can find some 4G, some reception, because I haven't had any since I've been here really. So yeah, I'm going to do that, have some breakfast because I'm starving, get a coffee. More important than anything actually is have the coffee first, then embrace the day and see what happens. Hopefully we can get another one on the bank. It doesn't feel quite as warm as it did yesterday, but then it is only 8:30 this morning, so it's not likely to be yet. No idea what the weather's supposed to be like. That's one of the reasons why I'm going for a walk, so I can find out. Oh yeah, still better than being home being stupid. Let's see what happens anyway. Well, the sausage wraps have been eaten, the coffee has been consumed, and the rods are out. That's kind of it really. There's not much else to do. I think I'm going to give it a while, maybe put some more bait back out, maybe. I haven't seen any shows, anything at all from the fish. If I saw anything, I might get the dog biscuits back out. It was quite cold last night, so I'm wondering whether it's going to take them a while to kick in. I think it's supposed to be predicted a fairly hot day. It did last time I checked, and as there is 0 4G here, I can't check if they're still the same thing or not. Slight headache. I mean, it's not like I haven't consumed enough drink. I must have had about 2 litres yesterday. It was that hot. But yeah, well, just currently sat with my iPad on a bucket, watching a film, and having a very nice chilled morning. We'll see how it unfolds. That's about it. Might put my Polaroids on. It's starting to get a bit warm. I'm literally hunkered next to my bivvy here. Literally, the bivvy is literally there, trying to stay out of the sun for a bit. But the sun's now getting up a bit high, and it's now reaching me here. Not much shade in this swim at all during the morning, it seems. So yeah, we'll see what happens, I suppose. I was literally just changing, and I've got to run. It's going to go straight through this one. Feels like it's gone for a few weed beds. Has it gone under that one now? I can't tell. I think so. Oh God, that came from nowhere. But yeah, it's been for a couple of weed beds already, but it's all good. Excellent, right. Let's get the mat and everything all nice and wet. Sort myself out, get some shoes on. And then we'll have a look. Let's have a look at the little prize here. It is a bit bigger, this one. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Tar Farm 6 mirror carp. Maybe a mid-double, mid-double, 14, 15 I'd say. What a stunning fish. Let's slip it back. Well, that was absolutely brilliant. That was very unexpected. And another fish on the bank. They're not exactly crawling up the line, no. But a couple of fish, I'm happy, you know, one a day. That's kind of where we are at the moment. And we've still got plenty of this day left, so hopefully we can manage to get another one. But yeah, we'll see. So for now, time for a cup of coffee. Well, everything's all quiet on the western front now. After that fish got the rods back out. If I'm honest, it didn't go exactly where I wanted them to go. One went a little bit too left, one went a little bit too right. But I thought, I'll give them an hour. You never know. I haven't put any more bait out yet. I'm still contemplating that, but I might leave it a little bit later. In fact, what I might do is I need to go to the shop. I need to pop to Linear's office. Well, basically what I need is some reception. I was going to get a takeout and have something delivered here, but I don't know what time the gates close, and I can't check because I've got no internet reception at all. So I need to find some 4G. So what I might do in a little bit is reel the rods in, put a load of bait out, and then go do some bits and bobs that I need to do. And then chuck the rods back on it in the late afternoon, early evening. If nothing happens before then anyway. Yeah, so I'm just kicking back, trying to stay out the sun, which is near on impossible because it's just everywhere. And hopefully something else comes along, but I'm happy with what I've had so far, and that's the main thing. So we'll just see, sit back, chill, see how it unfolds. Now I thought I'd show you what I use when it comes to making my solid bags, as I think it's an absolutely fantastic method, especially for somewhere like I'm fishing at the moment, which is a bit of weed about, but that's a lot of weed about, and it still seems to catch fish, which it has so far. So I'll run through what I do, how I make them, and what I use. So this is kind of the basic kit that I use for all solid bags, really. Now the Corda solids, in my opinion, are the best solid bags there are. You can put these under so much pressure. They're absolutely brilliant. The only thing I would say is once the packet has been opened, like this one was opened yesterday, if you come back to them in maybe a couple of months or something like that, they do tend to go a bit weaker. So just double check each time. Some bait floss. Again, this isn't always needed for everyone who makes solid bags, but the way that I make them, I do need it. A boiling needle, a lighter, some scissors, some PVA tape. I've had this tape for ages. That doesn't seem to make a difference. That seems to work. I dread to think how long I've had that for, but a long time. I always use a wafter. Now it's up to you what one you use. Previously I used to use like the fruit crush wafters. Don't think it makes a huge difference, whatever you are happy with using. So a wafter, and then I always use a little bit of spray on the hook bait just before it goes into the bag, just to give it that extra. Now the next thing is the bag mix itself. Now in here I just have some 2mm krill pellets and some crushed boilies, like really crushed in a crusher to make them like powder. And then a couple of days before I'm actually going fishing and making the bags, I get some kind of glug, I put a fair amount in and give it a good mix about, then leave it, and then I put some more in, another mix around, leave it, and then it's kind of where we are now, which is a nice fine consistency. You want it to be as fine as possible. You don't really want many big items in there because it just sticks out in the bag and ends up looking a little bit crap, if I'm honest. Right, so rig wise, what I normally use is I have one of these tidy stems from Gemini, which you just thread the weight onto, put it down, just to make it nice and easy to change to a new one whenever you bring it back in. About 3.5 to 4 inches at the very most of a soft, supple braid. I have a size 6 curved type shank hook with a little kicker on there just to keep it nice and neat. And this is set up on a D rig, so it's just got a tiny little swivel on the D. So I always set the hook bait up first. So I'll take a small bit of bait floss and I get that on through the swivel. Just pull that like that and just leave that there for a minute. Then we grab one of our wafters. Put the boiling needle through one end and out the other, like so. Then we take our bait floss, our bait floss, and then we put it like that, so it's on the end of the needle. Push the boilie straight on and down, and then we just pull the tag ends out, and then tease that down onto the swivel itself. Now we normally end up with it kind of looking like that. I normally get my little thumbs on the boilie like that and just push the swivel into the bottom, just to keep it nice and neat. Then trim off the tag ends, but leave a little bit like that. Then just lighter that. It wasn't so windy. Like so, and then blob it shut. And that will hold that in place. I've never had one come off. So that is the boilie kind of ready, or the bait kind of ready. Then I'll take my little bait spray and just spray a bit over the boilie itself. This is more a confidence thing. I've always done it, and it never does any harm. Then we get one of the solid bags out, and also there's 25 in here as well, which most of them are 20, so it's a bargain really. And also you get one of these. I'll make a scoop, put a little bit in the bottom, condense that a bit, so you've got like that. Now there'll be hundreds of different ways of doing this. This is just mine, and it's always worked well for me. Then I drop the bait right into the bottom, and you don't have to do this, but I like it to look neat. So I'll make sure that the hook is pointing, where are we, like that. And then I actually pull the point of the hook through the side of the bag very slightly, straight into my finger. So that it basically sits like that. Nice looking fish in the net. Bit of a chunky one, I think. I think he's bigger than the other ones we've had. Oh, let's put this rod back on its alarm. Otherwise, there could be problems. So yeah, I'll get set up again. Get some water on the old mat. Get them out and have a look. So that's zeroed now. Let's get them out of the net. Oh yeah. Much bigger fish. Much angrier fish too. Calm it, Kermit. Christ. I'm soaked. I'm so wet. He's gonna go. Let's weigh him. Hopefully he'll calm down after that. Give me a damn good beating. Oh, it's a 20. $21.5. Lovely, lovely. Right, let's see if we can actually pick him up for a blooming picture. There we are. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. It's been a while since I've lifted something this heavy. Let's slip it back whilst it's calmed down. I'm absolutely drenched. Look at my arms. Oh dear. Wow. 21.8, I think I said that was. So that's the biggest so far. Lovely, lovely looking fish too. And I was just in the middle of doing a bit of filming. I was showing a little bit of how I do my solid bags when that ripped off. So I didn't manage to get any of the fight on camera, obviously. But yeah, I can actually get back to tying that solid bag now. And oh yeah, have a bit of a calm down after that. Oh dear. The baiting I put out earlier has obviously worked. I saw some bubbling coming up and I thought, you know what? I was going to leave it till later to put the rods out and let them sort of have a bit of a free feed and then put some more out. But when you see signs like that with the bubbling, you have to stick something out on it, don't you? Although the side that was bubbling more was the right-hand side, which it was the left-hand rod that went, but never mind, fish is fish. So right, I'm going to take my hoodie off, let it dry my hands, and yeah, get back to tying some PVA bags because I haven't actually got any left to put back on that rod. Right, just picking this back up now as I had a run. So it shows that these bags do work live. And I'm now taking my hoodie off because that is drenched. So yes, so we have the PVA bag like this with the hook just slightly piercing through the side of the bag, making sure that the barrel or the wafter is kind of behind the hook, if that makes sense. Then we take some pellet with the little scoop provided. Give that a little shake. I always fill it up fairly high, so to about there. And then I'm keeping the weight in between my fingers like this here, just so that that's out of the way and that's in my hand. And then take the bag, give it a twist at the top so you don't lose stuff out of the back, and give it a good push. Really condense it down. Like I say, these bags take a hell of a lot of strain. I don't know how, but they do. And then make sure that it's a nice parcel. And then I'll add a bit more on the top. Then twist it, do the same thing again. Just pushing it down, trying to get it into all the corners, and there's as little air in there as possible. Then I get the weight and push it into the top, like really push it straight into the pellet. And then you're left with it looking like that. And then twist it around the top of the lead and push it in further. Then let go, and then again twist. Make sure that that's all nice and solid in there, which it is. And then you hold the twist like this. Then you will need your PVA tape. That's the end. And then it looks fiddly, but it's not when you get used to it. I kind of hold it in between my fingers like so, pull off a bit, and then wrap it round 1, 2, 3 times, and then just snip that off. Then kind of let go, but gently, still keeping it tight. And then you take the tag ends. It's a lot harder to do it when I'm trying to keep it on camera. Then take the tag ends, making sure it stays nice and tight. Now pull that, make a little, just a normal overhand knot, put it nice and tight, really stretch it in. One more. Make sure that's nice and tight. Then you have your 2 tag ends there. Chop them off. Don't just let them fly away. I've got them in the bucket on the bucket next to me here. And then we're left with this really solid PVA bag. We are nearly done. Next, I just get the corners, push them in, and then you end up with that little bit of air like that there. Then I'll just snip the corner off to let the air out. Then give it a little lick, and then fold that over onto itself on the underside of the bag, like so. Then do the same with the other corner. Like so. Little lick and stick. And there we go. Little bag, then all you need to do is on your main line, you have a loop, put it through there, over the bag, and pull it tight. And you're ready to rock and roll. Right, let's get this in the pond. Got another one on, absolutely screamed off. I can feel it coming through weed, which is kind of getting used to now. We just need to keep the pressure on. I can still feel the fish. You can tell as soon as it comes out of the weed, it really kicks back. There we go, that's out of the weed now. I was just thinking whether to wind the rods in and have a little bit of a bait up. But I'm going to do that before I have my dinner. Oh, it's come off. I can feel it going through another big weed bed. Never mind. Absolutely fine. I have a funny feeling it may have been foul hooked. The way it went off, I don't know, sometimes you can just tell that the pressure's not right. Oh, well, that's a shame. Oh well, that means I will keep this one out. And then I will bring the other one in shortly. Stick the rest of my bucket of bait out, because I've only got tonight, and then I'll be off in the morning. So give it a good old filling in for the evening. Then we can get the rods back out after dinner, and yeah, hopefully have another one, two. I'm not greedy. Another one would be nice to sort of seal the trip off. But that's a shame. Nothing wrong with the rig at all. Actually, that hook is slightly blunted. I mean, it's still going into my thumb, but it's not quite as sharp as it should be, that one, I don't think. We'll stick another hook link on, and then probably tie up another couple of solid bags from the rigs that I take off of these, or the stems that I take off, ready for the evening. Yeah, I've not really filmed much the last few hours. I've just been reading a book, chilling in the shade, thank God. And yeah, seems to have, I'm not used to catching big fish, as it turns out. And I know a 20 isn't exactly a big fish, but it's hurt my back holding it. Oh, one of the good things about getting old, you just kind of feel everything. So, well, but let's get this wrapped up and ready to go, and then we'll think about putting some bait in a minute. Well, time's getting on now. I had myself a Mackie D's for dinner. Sadly, I went at just past 5 o'clock, so it was pretty cold by the time I got back, because it was rush hour. And even though we are kind of in the middle of nowhere here, still a fair amount of cars at rush hour, as it turns out. So yeah, I've put the rest of the spom mix in when I got back. It was about 10, 15 spoms now out there. And then I've put the rods back out. Nothing yet, but we remain hopeful. Although what I'm not hopeful of is this swan not wiping out my lines, which is sorry, using a new toy here. Just down there, right near the rods, on a fairly tight line because of the weed. Yeah, I've got one of these. Ooh, I've got one of these little gimbal things to hold the phone in. I keep forgetting to use it, if I'm honest, just because it is quite easy just to hold it by hand. But because I'm old now, my hands get a bit shaky here and there. So I thought I'd get something to help. So now I can give it a little bit of ooh, and it still stays fairly straight. And it's got a little toggle thing on it, so I can go left or right or up and down. Little things. So yeah, it's just going to be a case of chilling now, seeing how it all unfolds. Got to be gone in the morning about, well, I've got to leave here by 9. Not because I want to, that's kick out time when it's when you're not doing the day. So yeah, still plenty of time to get another one. As I found out with this lake and fishing here, it's very random. There's no kind of times, although don't know if it's much of a night water, unless I was just unlucky last night. But I suppose it's still got a run. I just didn't get it in. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Everything's kind of sorted. I've packed loads of stuff away, still in the bivvy, but just kind of packed ready. I'm going to have a coffee because I've got a bit of a headache. It's probably because my body's not used to just having one coffee. It's used to having a bit more than that a day. And yeah, a little snackaroo maybe in a little while. Got some sweeties, and then see how it all unfolds before bedtime. Well, that is all she wrote. Oh, I should have put my Polaroids on. I am squinting a bit, but I can't actually remember where I put them. They might be back in the car somewhere. But yeah, an absolutely fantastic few days, 2.5 days, whatever it's been, on Lake 6 on the Tar Farm complex at Linear. I definitely couldn't recommend it enough. It's been perfect, really nice and chilled. There is literally no one for as far as the eye could see, which at Linear, that's pretty rare. And I still caught some fish. Nothing massive, one just over 20, 21 and a half, I think it was. I did write it down. But I'm happy with that. I'm very happy. It's ticked the boxes. It's been chilled. Exactly what I wanted. Do me a favour as well, if you could head to the Tailored Anglers website, have a little look, get something in your basket, that would be lovely. You really won't be disappointed. This is very, very comfy. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.